Is that your roommate above you?
No, that's not my roommate above me.
That's not.
I call them all roomie.
Yeah.
Roomie.
Hey, Hesbos. Welcome to Hesby Street. It's a new episode. Follow us on Instagram. Again.
Yep.
Unfollow us and refollow us. The numbers won't change, but it'll make me feel like, oh, we got a new one.
Yeah.
Review us on stuff. Patreon.com/Hesby Street. YouTube exists.
YouTube exists. I mean, it's only people looking at Night of the Living Karen sketches. But if you guys want to drop a comment on one of the full episodes I've been putting up, because like 3 people asked for them, I'm straight simping for our fans over here with these full videos. Like and subscribe us on YouTube. Become a patron of the podcast.
At Hesby Street Pod, probably, is what all the things are. Right? What's YouTube? /Hesby Street?
YouTube's just a Hesby Street.
How have we not figured this out?
I'm telling you.
It's Hesby Street
Yeah.
or Hesby Street Pod.
No, it's Hesby Street.
Oh,
Yeah. We figured it out.
all right.
That was great to watch.
Patreon.com/Hesby Street. Become a
But
patron.
not Pod. But then if it's socials, it's Pod. I think.
Look, man. I'll tell you right now, dude.
Check the rundown.
Whatever you're in charge of, you know the title for.
Got it.
Okay.
What am I in charge of?
I need you to know.
Okay.
I need you to know what you're in charge of soon.
All right. By
Twitter.
season 5.
I think you got Twitter. Are we on
do
Twitter?
not have a Twitter.
Okay. Well, then you're in charge of that.
Okay.
Enjoy the show. And then
That's pretty normal for us.
That's how we do it. That's actually the smoothest it's gone.
That's we're gone.
Yeah, I feel like we're finding our rhythm a little
Yeah.
bit.
Wondering if you had like a default one that you liked and just played it on every single one. You know,
No.
like, that one works. It's a fresh.
You would think that would save some time.
Yeah.
and make sure that you hit the
Yeah.
proper bullet points.
But no, we don't do that.
No.
We skip a few bullet points every time.
Every time.
Like we have merch. I don't think we've brought that up in months.
It would be an immaculate podcast if we nailed every announcement.
Did not hear about the merch on the episode that I listened to.
Yeah, I don't think we've brought merch up in months.
Yeah,
because it's on our website, Hesby Street Pod,
.com, which I don't think we talked about.
and I haven't updated. If you go there, you're gonna look at it, and it's gonna be like the newest episode, and it's like one from a couple months ago.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I mean, I can't be updating it every week.
So our website just says like
It's like
celebrating
Emily.
the 49ers going to the Super Bowl.
Or the vaccine coming out. They're like, man, there's our vax up.
I guess we should introduce our guest.
Yeah, they're just hearing a voice and they're like,
Yeah,
"What is that?"
That's not Tony.
We don't do voices.
Every once in a while, we have a Tony on. Do you know
yeah?
Tony?
Doesn't matter.
Tony Zav? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know Tony Zav.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is Josh Waldron,
Hello.
and he's also a comedian. And we don't do this very often.
Nice.
No, we when we first started the podcast,
We had too many people.
it was when coronavirus started. You familiar?
I remember.
Yeah. And so we had a couple guests over because, like, do you remember like when it first started? You could still like see your friends.
You had your inner circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, that's not okay.
Streets were quiet.
So I think if you look at like the description of the podcast on like Apple Podcasts, it's like Torio, Zack, and Emily have friends over during
bored.
the quarantine.
Yeah, month 2.
And then it's like, and then that stopped pretty fast. But
I wonder if listeners were like, "Are the friends okay?"
are the friends ever?
Yeah, you're just saying Emily left the show, but did she like leave everybody? You know,
She's dealing with a sickness that is in no way related to what's going on in the world.
Yeah, it's a it's like when
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID. It's she doesn't like us.
Yeah,
Is the
it's
main
delusion.
the sickness she's dealing with is toxic masculinity, and it's not her sickness.
She's battling it every day.
No, she seems to be doing great. I talked to her the other day. She was in Denver.
Oh yeah, she had a little mini tour.
People love Denver.
She did a couple nights or
It's
a
not
weekend.
a mini tour.
Wasn't it
You
a
just
weekend?
do a weekend out at another city.
It's a mini tour.
No, you have to do 2 cities for it to be a tour.
Oh, I guess so.
I think if it's
I'll die on this hill.
if it's a weekend, it's one venue.
Yeah, you went against the.
No,
Oh,
She did 2 venues in one city. That's not a mini tour.
that's not a mini
That's
tour.
not a weekend.
You got to do it.
It's gray.
If it was like Fort Collins in Denver, then you could maybe start to make the argument. But even then,
You move states.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
You got to be out of major tri-city regions.
Okay, so if I was in San Francisco and I did
Oakland?
Punchline on Sunday and Cobb's on Wednesday, it's a week. weekend. It's
not
a week.
a mini tour.
It's a
Yeah,
mini tour.
you also said Wednesday, which is not like an end connotation. That's like the middle of the week. So it's not
Yeah.
even a
Zach's
weekend.
only used to doing Mondays and Wednesdays.
Mondays and Wednesdays are my weekends, baby.
yeah.
I'm like a regular at the bar, you know? It's like he's always here when no one cool is.
So are you familiar with the structure of the podcast?
Yeah, you guys, I think, touched on one current event and then went on multiple tangents, and then there was an impression. Also, I would like to bring up, there's another fun Stone Cold tidbit that you guys didn't hit.
Hell yeah.
Which was the way he picked Stone Cold is that he was drinking tea with his wife. This is 100% real. Drinking tea with his wife, and they're like, man, what should I go by for my wrestling name? And they just took too long to pick, and I swear to God, she just goes, well, you better drink your tea or it's going to get stone cold. And that's it. And he was like, that's it. We nailed it. I swear to God. I used to be like way into wrestling
It's
too.
tea?
So I knew the backstory.
It's amazing that he drives his 2005 Ford Focus home,
Drinks tea.
and puts some tea on the kettle.
Yeah.
His voice does not lead one to believe that he's ever even tasted tea.
No.
And he just
Unless
cracks
it's
Coors
And it's
Light.
not even like sweet tea. It got cold, so that means it was hot tea. He was drinking English breakfast, Earl Grey, chamomile.
He has like the
Sore
316
throat
pot,
tea.
like his own
Yeah.
merch and stuff.
I love this guy.
Yeah, Stone Cold. He had, remember, I think in the middle of all the social justice, he actually, you would think Stone Cold Steve Austin and everything, the Coors Lights, that he might be an All Lives Matter. No, he was completely and totally Black Lives Matter and figuring out like the movement, like taking down his own fans
Oh,
and
I
Reddit
love
comments
that.
and stuff. Yeah.
I love when we got sleepers on the right. You know, I like country a lot, or kind of lately, but Tyler Childers, he's a country singer that like was very outspoken. He's like, look, I know most of the people who listen to my music are going to hate me, but what's going on isn't right.
Yeah. Other country singers like went full force.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like Jason Aldean and stuff like that. They're like diving in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's such a funny, like, idea of country where it's like, we're America and we'll kick you right in the fucking dick. Yeah. And everyone's like, woo! It's like, wait, what are we talking about?
Who are we kidding?
Dude,
The other.
The other, yeah. Whoever's there.
difference.
Toby Keith changed like country from patriotic to like rebellious patriot,
Yeah.
and it's nobody's taken the wheel since.
No, I know. No one wants to be on that side of history, even like the most badass. Because Toby Keith had courtesy of the red, white, and blue. So it was after 9/11. And he's like, we'll bomb you to hell.
Oh,
and then everyone's like, this is awesome. It's
the new
like,
theme.
It's like metal,
It's
right?
our new anthem. Yeah, get out of your Star Spangled Pussy shit.
Yeah.
Get on that.
And I don't think Toby Keith even predicted how right he would be for like the next like 10. I feel like Toby Keith's at home like, all right, guys, knock it off. Let these cities rebuild.
Yeah.
I actually got in a mini argument with my ex saying that I noticed this artist she really liked. I was like, oh, this woman's kind of like, she sounds good and she's obviously very successful, but she's just kind of like talk crooning, which is similar to what Toby Keith did. And the artist I was referring to was Billie Eilish.
Oh,
And they
that's
just doing the same
interesting.
thing where they're just
I'm
kind
the
of
bad
talking
guy.
rhythmically.
Yeah.
And she was like, there's no way Toby Keith would. Toby Keith wishes he had Billie Eilish success. And I was
Whoa.
like, you didn't know Toby Keith post 9/11. Like,
Yeah.
He
Oh, yeah.
took an entire half of the country.
He was Mr. White Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What is he doing now? Just like Indian casinos?
Just planning to take out the Dixie Chicks, I think, slowly but surely.
Excuse me, the chicks.
Whoa, dude.
Come on.
Did they switch to the chicks?
Yeah.
They're just the chicks now,
whoa,
man.
I
You-
had no idea.
Dixie's
Yeah.
racist, dude.
Oh,
Would you like a
You are not the Josh.
paper
I thought.
cup?
the Confederate Chicks. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently Dixie's racist. Lady Antebellum changed their name.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then
what is it?
they
Just
tried to go to
Antebellum?
Lady A.
Lady A, I
A,
believe.
and then an artist named Lady A, a black woman, tried to be like, well, that's actually my name. And they're like, we're doing social justice.
There's a movement happening. Step aside.
Do not stand. Yeah, she sued him and lost because
No
Lady
way.
A has obviously.
Wait, what's wrong with antebellum? I don't know.
It's another word for slave plantations and stuff. Like the antebellum era, that describes like slave-like fashion and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's hard when you find out like things you like.
I hate when things come out and then I have to learn things. Man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No. Like when you love something and you're like, damn, this has got a nice little catchy thing to it, and they're like, oh, it's racist.
Yeah,
like
it's
they're
very
based
slavey.
in like Abraham Lincoln supposedly his favorite song was the Dixie song. Do you know that song? It was like pre-Civil War. It's like look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, I wish I was in the land of you know that
That
like,
one,
rhythm?
I do know that you got to the second lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how it starts. But Abraham Lincoln was like, "Yo, this shit fucking slaps, dude."
Yeah.
And then
That's
he
probably the
learned what it
operator
was, and he's like, we can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
We can't bump this. And he would just be like, I gotta go check on something downstairs.
Just playing it in a stagecoach, singing all the words.
Turns on his fucking. Turns on his like, I don't even know what they use. Like,
He's got to take the edge off, man. He's
where's
fighting
that,
a war.
Where's that music cylinder? I don't know what their apparatus was.
Oh, like the gramophone or something
Yeah,
like
like
that?
It was actually a boombox. People don't realize the boombox been around a lot longer.
Yeah, he put it in his hat. He took it out.
He
and
would put it on his shoulder. Yeah, and just bump.
Yeah, Abraham
Dixie.
Cusack was like, that's how he met Mrs. Lincoln. But yeah, so the eps were good. Yeah, he did a little Gruden impersonation, which I didn't expect. And then,
Yeah. Well, that was because he was in the headlines.
yeah. Do you have headlines? Is that part of the rundown?
No, but well, what are headlines right now?
Headlines right now are wait. I know some.
Okay.
Colin Powell's dead. Do a
Colin
Colin
Powell
Powell
died.
impression.
Colin
Yeah, exactly.
You guys, there's weapons of mass
I
destruction.
swear to God,
I was
what's
like,
this
is he
baggie?
actually-
Do you have a baggie of
Look.
like?
You want to know my impression of Colin Powell? For the
that's
listeners at home, I had my fingers crossed behind my back.
And he did it with no voice too, which is
Man,
probably
dude, his
preferable.
body's not even cold.
I can't do a good Colin voice, so I had to go pure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had to go Charlie Chaplin with
I
it.
can't even like I would have to hear it, his voice, to even remember it.
I remember it, but that's because I just watched PBS Frontline, where he's like, "I fucked up."
It is true. He owned it.
Yeah, he did own it.
I just think of Bob Dole from SNL when I think of Colin Powell. I don't know why. Like all political comedic
I'm Bob Dole.
representation switched to Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald.
That's
RIP,
Norm.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, Norm, R.I.P. man. But that's not really a headline anymore. The world's moving too fast.
Yeah, it is.
Too many people are dying.
Cool. Kind of a cool story about Norm. My friend was on a flight with him. Didn't know it was him. She had on a Bob Saget, not necessarily a Full House like crew jacket that her boyfriend got her. And then Norm out of nowhere just goes, "Hey, it's a cool jacket." And she's like, "Oh, thanks." And he's like, "I bet Bob would love it." And she's like, "Yeah, maybe." And he's like, "Give me a second." And then calls Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And just like repeated it and then gets her on the phone. And then she's like, "Hello?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is Bob Saget." Norm wouldn't leave me alone until I talked to you about your jacket.
Oh, that's so great.
Send a picture to this email address and then come to the show. And like she got to go to the show and like meet Bob Saget because she randomly sat next to Norm Macdonald.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
they're homies. Bob Saget directed Dirty Work, which I didn't know for years.
Wow,
Yeah,
what a
until I
fact.
read Artie Lang's book. He's like, dude, that was the most fun we ever had.
Dirty Work's a
making
great movie.
Yeah, I wonder how it holds up.
Yeah, probably not.
You know?
like that whole dead hooker scene is like
Yeah, the
crucial
dead
part of it.
hooker scene. Chris Farley, the great role of the man who got his nose bitten off by a Saigon whore.
Yeah.
It sounds like it would hold up.
Half a nose.
Yeah.
And there's the Saigon whore. That was like
Bit
his
his nose off.
catchphrase.
Yeah, he said it like multiple times.
Time to pay the fiddler, whore. They use the word whore a lot in that movie.
Chris Farley had a great run with like the SNL launched movies in like the mid to late 90s, and then he just died.
Dude, Beverly Hills Ninja was just on Netflix. Oof. Painful now.
Is it?
Yeah, because he's like doing straight up like
Oh, that's right.
chingy
Yeah.
chongy.
Doing
Like
Japanese
he
voice.
pretends to be a Benihana chef, and he's like, oh yeah. It's
You're
just
right.
like,
You're actually 100% right.
And then every song, every like segue like song in the score was like every single
They had
scene.
Chris Rock chase the chicken the whole time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you gotta
that's
be able
right.
to rip its head off.
Yeah,
now
'cause he's
PETA
l-
would be all over that.
I
It's
know.
not gonna fly.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Good.
This,
You know
this
what?
country's
Good.
getting soft.
Good.
Whatever happened to good old
Cancel
Toby
Chris
Keith?
Farley. I'm tired of him.
No.
Cancel them all, dude.
I mean, he fat shamed himself in that Chippendale sketch, so it's like he has been asking for it for a while.
that's true.
I
You can't
thought
fat shame.
that sketch was brave.
Yes, it was brave and problematic.
But
Also hot.
and
Not okay.
but Patrick
But
Swayze
okay.
was in it with him.
Yeah.
Also, never forget.
Who sometimes I think is Kurt Russell.
Almost always.
Is that fair?
It's not proven.
Is that fair? You never
Yeah.
see them in the same place at the same time. One of them is dead. I don't know which one.
I'm surprised they didn't try to do like a chocolate Chippendale to like make a
I
a
know.
plus size. Yeah, come on, we got the big dudes.
Well, they do big doo-doos. That'd be so, dude. Just like men, like, like women sometimes are like, that's a nice burly, like hairy guy. That's like what I want.
Yeah.
Just like
Wait.
a strip club. Yeah,
Women
man.
want that?
Women
Yeah,
do
dude.
want that.
You're in demand.
All right.
So a strip club where it's just that. They got like
Bunch of
dip
Torios.
spit on their fucking.
Torio's a good stripper guy name too.
That is a good.
Grol.
Give it up for Torio.
TVG.
That's actually a good question. What is a male strip club like? Is it like they're all hot?
I think they're hot. Yeah.
Abs. A lot of abs.
Abs. And like the
V.
but like their panties are like really, really close to the top of their dick. Almost.
Have you been?
No.
It's okay if you have. I'm just
Or
curious.
just like the dirty work. No.
Yeah. Did you ever say you see why women find Sean Connery sexy?
No.
It's so good. He's like, I could tell when you're lying. Have you ever climbed Mount Everest? No. Have you ever done this?
You ever had $1 million? Nuh-uh.
Great movie.
Yeah, we should just talk dirty work for another 40 minutes. No, there's Thunder from Down Under, which is, I think
Right.
they're appropriating hot Australians. I don't know if they're all Australians or if it's just referring to the thunderous.
You can appropriate hot Australians.
Okay, cool.
That I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Hot Australian appropriation's fine.
Encouraged.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Australians have it coming.
Yeah.
What they did to that continent.
Yeah.
You know, they're all criminals. They're all descendants of criminals.
I know, but that's what's cool about them.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Because they were criminals, and then we were like, you have to live with just snakes in the desert. And they were like, that's chill.
It's like 8 of the top 10 deadliest insects are in Australia. And they're like, good luck, everybody.
You give a fuck, dude?
I don't think they.
All of us
I don't
are
think they
fucking-
were like, "That's chill." I think they were like, "Please help." I don't want to
Well,
go to this.
nah,
none
dude.
of us were there, so I guess there's no way to know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were like, this is fine. We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't give
It's
a
not
shit,
jail.
man. It's not jail.
So these are just London prisoners being like, "I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me one tidbit."
Don't take me back. I'll stay here in the sand.
What's new, dude? I don't even know a headline.
I got a headline.
Okay, give me one.
Josh Waldron
Uh-huh.
has got the special.
Oh, nice. I was
What?
wondering. I didn't want to have to do it on my own. But yeah, that's why I asked, because I want to do like a little promotional tour, which means my friends that have podcasts.
But well, it has to be in 2 different cities
what?
if you want it to be a tour.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right.
So if I find
I think
out-
I'm going to record some in San Diego, at least one.
There you go.
Yeah,
then
okay,
it's a
okay,
tour.
so-
Then you can call it a tour.
Sweet. Mini tour.
Get the
Southern
mini
California.
tour.
Get the merch, update the
You got to
site.
do 5 cities for it
I
to be a
think
tour.
tri-state
Yeah.
for it to be a tour.
And then if you go to New York, you can call it coastal tour. Coast to
I
coast.
thought tri-state was just like Jersey, New York, and the third state, whatever it is. Can you just apply it to whatever 3 states you
I
want?
think wherever you draw the circle, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Tri-state.
Yeah.
I got a tour coming up in the panhandle of Oklahoma. You know that like bar?
Yep.
And then I go a little up and a little down.
Oh, you're in the tri-state mid-south.
It's the Red River Shootout tour.
I'm going to do the tri-city tour where it's like San Francisco, Sacramento, and then like hopefully somewhere in Fresno books me.
Ooh,
That's what I do
yeah.
every month.
Yeah.
Torio's a big tour there. He's a big hit on that tour.
Oh, yeah, your draw at Cobb's when you filled it up, when you were like, you sold out Cobb's. That was great.
That was
Congrats.
sick.
Thanks, man.
That was
Thank you.
dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
How did I
man.
pull that off?
Impressive.
I was in the back saying the same thing.
Also, so Hesby Street.
Yeah.
There's a Hesby Street in the Valley,
That's where we
lived.
started.
That's where
Oh, okay.
we spent
You
our
didn't-
pandemic.
and you didn't want a Fountain Avenue pod? I looked it up. It's available.
Well, we went from Hesby to Emily's
Street.
Mohawk, and then I lived at Fountain, so I was gonna say Faux Hawk, but then they were like,
Well, Fountain Avenue pod also shortens to FAP, which is, that's
Oh,
extra marketing
yeah.
for both of you
we
guys.
get a lot of creepy
Yeah,
guys.
but then we lose out on our like 1,000 followers we already have.
Yeah.
You know
Also,
what I mean?
also, creepy guys don't really fuck with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I guess is a blessing. But I just had a big Instagram fight with this guy named It Da Kill a Clown, and
Dude, he's been terrorizing
Here's the thing about
social
this fight
media.
that
he won. He won.
You didn't go hard. You got to go if you're gonna start
well, the
the
thing
fight.
is, like, I'm not doing this.
You're
dude.
afraid of
I'm
burning
not.
the bridge?
I'm not doing.
but you
this.
have
the
to
killer
either
clowns.
do it or not.
I
do
have
it.
to keep going.
It's the same thing. Trevor Hill did the same thing with Bear City. Someone was upset that they had to do vaccinations to get in, and his first argument was like, "Well, it's not our choice.
Yeah.
You know, it's the L.A. County rule."
Yeah.
And then the guy
I'm with you, brother.
And then the guy said something else, and then Trevor was like, get bent, or you're the worst, or something." And then he just deleted it. Because then the guy just gets angrier. And
Right,
it's like,
right.
If you're not willing to get angry with him, then just don't engage.
But then
you
but
have
then
a choice, not engage,
I
which
could
is the
see,
right one.
I could see 10 responses down, and I just have It Da Kill a Clown's blood on my hands, and I'm like, was it all worth it? What have I done?
You have to make that choice.
And I look in the mirror, and I'm just like, who are you? My wife's like, who are you?
Who is this guy?
And you're the killer clown now.
I know, passes
become
off.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That is how you get it.
I thank trolls. Like when people, like I've been posting clips on Reels and getting like, decent views, and random people will be like, guy's not even
Lame.
Yeah, exactly. Private profile, 600 followers.
Right.
Dude, I keep waiting for that.
And
I want
just
someone
keep
to tell
going.
me
You
I'm
gotta
not
do it.
funny.
Yeah.
But
You gotta
nobody
try.
will do it.
Oh my God, all
Everyone's
the
like,
time.
you're transcendently funny. This is the
Oh, they say
that. So good.
Whoa.
Where can I see live? And I'm just
Oh,
like,
wait. Are you sure
will
it wasn't
someone talk shit?
so? And then...
And that's just the
Dude.
Hesby Street account
And
commenting
that's-
all those things.
Yeah.
was
and it's
so
weird.
hyphenated?
No, it was nope. So funny.
Huh.
Funny was there.
So funny.
Yep.
They
My-
sound American.
My
weird.
favorite was this guy who straight up
not.
was like, not good, next. You know what I mean? Can't
Yeah.
believe this guy's trying. And then somebody else was like, hey, man, it's all right. He's trying his best. So it's like,
That was hurt more.
My
Yeah.
yeah. It was like, this person's a hater. I think that person's being genuine.
Yeah, right. They feel for me.
Yeah.
What about your intro on the special? What do you think your intro is going to be? Like, what intro would you want, ladies and gentlemen? Josh Waldron.
Wait, have you recorded it already?
Yeah, it's already recorded.
so
Oh,
It
yeah.
releases on Monday.
What intro?
Do you guys know who Heather Pasternak is? She's another comic.
Yeah.
She's great. So I had her, Jared Goldstein, Trey Stewart all on the show, and then Heather. I hate the term like opener and feature. So
Yeah.
it's like she just went before me. So she is the one who'd been like, all right, everybody, thank you. Like, what, Josh? And then I kind of like walk on and start my old thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Do you guys shake hands? You and Heather?
No, we both had bubbles. You know what I mean? Like the Pope bubble. And then like I just kind of got like wheeled up there, Hannibal Lecter style.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
it's
cool.
great. It was
And do people run? Like, are they like, is he supposed to be like unleashed?
no, I'm not.
Oh, you weren't restrained?
No, for sure. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was just trying to like be like COVID protocol.
Got it,
friendly.
got
no,
it,
of course,
got
dude.
it.
I think we hugged. We like elbow bumped. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
great,
that's
yeah.
cool. Okay.
Dude, San Diego, you might as well.
Is that where the special was recorded?
Yeah, at Movement. Remember, you guys both done
Yes.
Movement. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually the last show there because they messed up something with like the lease agreement, and we don't do the Don't Tells there anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it was the last show there. But yeah, it was great. It was San Diego. If you would have gone there at all in the last 18 months, you would have been like, did it? I guess Corona just didn't come here because
Yeah.
even 2 months into it, when we were all scared and you guys were like not allowed to be having your big 6-person podcast.
Yeah.
People down there were just huge partying like nothing changed.
Yeah.
Trying to walk up into the Taco Bell drive-thru like.
Yeah, people don't realize how Republican San Diego is.
Yeah. A lot of California. Don't, they
Wherever
ain't buying it.
The money.
Yeah.
The Orange County, San Diego,
Yes.
like pockets of San Francisco,
Dude,
tiny pockets of San
Ventura.
Francisco. Oh, yeah.
Huntington Beach. My Lord, dude.
Dude, the Florida of
I'd be like, I
California.
see the ocean.
Yeah.
I see the ocean in this video. Yeah, that's great. What would your least favorite intro be?
Ooh. I'm trying to think. What could it be, or what have I gotten?
Okay, I bring you up. I'm thinking, this one would hurt. He's a local legend.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten that.
Comics-
Oh yeah,
but that
the San
hurts your
Francisco
feelings,
ones,
right?
I don't care, but it's not good.
It's
No.
not a good thing.
Like, this
Local
guy,
legend means like
You didn't
we
make
don't
it.
know what's happening with him or happened, but it seems to be almost over.
Yeah.
I think I had a guy once be like, this next guy coming to stage. Yeah, I haven't seen him in like in a while. He's getting on a lot of shows. Anyway, Josh Waldron was like completely perplexed why I would be booked on
That's
any
so
other shows.
funny.
The worst one, and I'm sure I've gotten it, but I've definitely seen it, is like this next guy, like someone, I heard he's okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like he's already like, this isn't my fault.
Right.
I didn't book this man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dude, I did our show at Culver City. I'm like, and I went up to bring up like the host to kick it off.
Yeah.
And I said, you guys, we book like every week we do this, and I like, get everyone's energy up. Every week we bring you the best comics available. And I didn't even realize I said it. And Laura Peak, who's hilarious, she hosts like, I love how we're the best comics available.
That's what we got.
She's like, sorry, did a lot of people
That's
refuse
who
to
showed
be
up.
here?
well, when I ran the Bear City in SF
Yeah.
in that basement, did you ever do it?
No, but
it was so I would like book mostly people I
liked.
was friends with, and I would like bury them with the intro. That was like part of the fun for me.
Yeah.
Like
And
how?
That's fun. I would just be like this next, like Ron Vi, right? I'd be like, this next guy's opening up for Kate Willett next week, which like,
So it's like back of the room burying. The audience didn't really get it.
well, I was just like, that was an example. Whatever I could do. Yeah. This next guy works kind of like what you would say. I'd be like,
Yeah.
he tries real hard.
Yeah.
You know, but
I
it
think
was
if
like
you're good enough friends, it works. But then if you make
the
fun of
room
someone
was
that
good
they're gonna
enough
like,
too,
yeah,
where
okay.
it was like, I know you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
and we're good enough friends. But yeah, I would never do that to someone I'm not.
Stand up
close
is
with.
hard like that because like all we want is that ability to be in that place with each other,
Yeah.
or like a comedian's existence,
Yeah.
whether
Yeah.
it's stand up or like acting, you know. But if you don't know them and you like cross that line or like shoot that
Yeah,
that
fuck
arrow,
up. I do that all the time.
All the time.
and
I go
people will
too
hate
far.
you, yeah, and people will just be like,
but it's also
"Fuck you."
like, that's what's. But if I don't do that, then I don't think I wouldn't. It's just
Totally
too fun.
because then you get pigeonholed in this like fake, genuine, just extra nice combo where I'm like, all right, oh my god, have a good night.
Well, there's also certain
what?
things like
What
if
is
you
this?
don't address like what somebody did or said or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes I learned this the hard way, where because I host a lot, where if someone has a good set and then I maybe minorly zing something they said, if they love the comic, they hate me and they're not laughing at that mid bit.
Oh,
But
yeah.
But if it's good enough and it's something that they were thinking about their set anyway, then they appreciate it. They go along with
Dude,
it.
chain of command fucks me
Yeah.
up. When you like walk into a room and it's like, yo, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
I walked into my friend. I think I mentioned him on the podcast before, but he's like a R&B, like hip hop singer guy, and he's successful. But I went to like meet him before show. He was in San Francisco, and I went like by their hotel room before they went to this like nightclub thing. And I walk in the room, and it's like kind of an intimidating scene. It's like rappers and shit. And he's like so happy to see me, and he goes, "Hey everyone, it's my boy Zack. Like, nobody fuck with him." And I was like, "Yeah, nobody fuck with me." And they were all just like crickets.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Wait, what was gonna happen if he didn't say that?"
Tomatoes and shit.
Yeah. Someone just like puts a knife away.
Two people leave. They're like,
Yeah.
well, we came to fuck
But it's
with
also
Zack.
like that. Like if he laughed, they would all, haha, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even like this. I don't want to be here because everyone's eyes just dart to the person that's like in charge of who's cool in here.
Another headline referring back to the show last week. So Gruden's son is still a coach on the Raiders.
Oh, good for him.
Deuce Gruden.
Nepotism still
Yeah, dude, it
thrives.
Is that the dude, is that like the dude guy
MMA
he's
fighter?
like shredded, right?
Yeah, he looks like
Yeah.
PC Principal from South Park, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he had the red hair,
Yeah.
the guns, the sunglasses and stuff, and he's just sitting on the side.
Yeah.
It's like, is this Marlboro's wrapped up in your
Yeah, that doesn't
shirt?
surprise me though, because I don't think Mark Davis wanted to fire Gruden, so no way he's going to do whatever he can to just
Yeah.
leave
I mean, you couldn't.
an FU to the NFL,
Yeah.
and the PC world, and
It's hard for
every human.
racists to like really get everything they want done.
Yeah.
These days,
I imagine
they
like
got it. They got to compromise with us a little bit.
everyone in Vegas too is like just so mad.
Yeah.
'Cause that's like. Have we talked about this? Where like Vegas seems to be like the comedy scene all the like predators move to.
No.
And, like,
I
yeah,
haven't
there's
heard that either, but it makes sense. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
night.
yeah,
It's the most
so,
all
like-
night of the cities.
Right.
it's like a lot of the comics that are not famous but canceled when their own scenes
Yeah.
move to Vegas, and it's kind of like
Australia back in the
it's
day.
kind
Yeah,
of like
exactly,
the
yeah.
comedy scene in Australia. Yeah, so I imagine that whole culture of Vegas is like very
Like No Man's
pro
Land.
Gruden, like
Right.
bummed
He didn't do nothing wrong.
He didn't do nothing wrong. What?
Speaking
Make
of-
a couple jokes
he had
on
an
these private
opinion.
emails.
You
I
know
love that
what
he's like, they're
sucks?
private emails. And it's like, you were just arguing the other thing 4 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
I love how emails are like become like the backbone revealer of like America.
Right.
Like
Right.
you better watch. It's such a digital paper trail. You better watch what you send.
Yeah. Especially when it's like those aren't going just like straight between you and another private party.
Well, so the reason
At that
do you
level.
Guys, so the reason that they found Gruden's emails is because they became evidence in a Washington Redskins case.
Yeah.
oh.
But no one really knows what this case is, I don't
The
think.
case is the overall like covering up of like harassment and like encouragement of the harassment of cheerleaders. So they're inspecting all the emails to
because
figure
his
out
brother
that,
was a coach.
Yeah.
During that.
to figure out that stuff, and in that,
right.
but that's another thing where it's like, okay, 650,000 emails. You got Gruden, good. Nobody else in this like
Right.
boys
Yeah.
club of
Right.
like rich white dudes. You
Right.
found nothing else.
Right.
NFL's like, no, we're good. Investigation over.
Yeah.
Dope.
Right.
You know,
it's
moving
not a
on.
mom
I mean,
and
that's
pop
how it
shop you
works.
work
There's
at.
always a sacrificial, like, here, you got one.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I like to keep a lot of friends around me in comedy scenes.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man.
I like to keep a couple
Take this
problematic
fall.
ones.
Take
Yeah,
this
yeah,
fall.
just like,
It's
put
like-
back to go, da, 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 da.
It's him.
When
It's not
someone
me.
drives
Look what he
90
did.
while you're driving 80, you're like, okay, they're gonna look at you.
Stay
Yeah,
right
I
back
can actually
here.
lose control at 80 because you're going 105.
Yeah, totally. Oh man, dude, this is a fucking manly podcast. We're getting into
That's right.
I've been
dude.
taking this like natural herbal like testosterone
medicine?
thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
I
So
didn't
yes,
realize
yeah.
was I'm trying to learn to do one pull up, but I've been taking this like
It's a PED.
no, it's
banned?
herbal. It's herbal. It's my wife's work shit. But I was like, let me get that testosterone stuff, for like working out. And I read the direction. I'm like, wait, am I taking the right amount? And it says take an hour before sexual activity. So this podcast could get steamy. I think she got the wrong one. Yeah.
Did she?
Maybe.
I once had a girl, this is a couple years ago, give me like she was like, you want to try half a Cialis? And I was like, you just have Cialis? And she was like, I gotta have one if you want to try it right now. It was great. It was
women
actually
do
one
it?
of the best. No, I don't think so. I think she just fucked a lot and was like prepared just in
Needed
case.
a guy to go all night.
Yeah. And
So what's it like?
I've
never done a Cialis or a Viagra.
It's just kind of like a thick boy. You know what I mean? That doesn't
Right.
like sometimes you get a boner and it's just like maybe it's like if something distracts you, something this or that, it might go down a little bit. But this nothing can stop me.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So what
It's good.
happens after you come? Does it still go away, or
Uh,
is it like you?
yeah, what's the phone call with the doctor like?
Yeah, exactly. That's why this was sitting. This was supposed to be a standing pod, and I was like, "Nah, you guys, I'm actually just getting out of surgery."
Why do you have a textbook on your lap?
It was. I mean, we did it again like a little bit later, but it was like it kind of went down. But then I was still like my heart. It was almost like I don't like
Meth.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say like any of the upper drug that you might do it was similar.
Oh, that's unsettling a little bit. It's
Was
like
it?
just
Oh, it was
just
great. It was one of my favorite.
just be
nights.
down here, don't be up here.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Okay. Well, dude. I mean, anything you ingest is probably gonna
Up here,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of people I would talk about that. Like, dude, take a half a Cialis, fucking just get wild.
Smoke a cig, get back in there.
Yeah.
I don't even smoke cigs, but it's like one appeared. You know, it's like
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Wow.
With Cialis.
Cialis is legit.
Yeah.
Comes with an ashtray. Yeah, man, that sounds fun. I feel like I don't want to see that side of me. That's just like fuck hungry for like more than an hour. Just like
You're right.
I'm worried I'm going to be chasing that
I
forever.
already have bags under my eyes, dude. I don't need to be.
Sitting here now, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. As soon as that Cialis is in your system and it's go time, it's the best move you've ever made in your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why weren't you
Right.
doing it sooner?
Just
Right.
like any drug, I guess.
Yeah. I think the only place I would try it is like a sex party, like a high end sex party. But then it's like, oh man, dude.
You would do a sex party?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I would need to.
Hypothetically.
I think I would need to take a Cialis if I were like years down. I feel like the people who do sex parties are like decades down in their relationships, and
Wait,
they're
so
like,
you
all
would-
right, let's get wild.
So you would be
Nah, they're going
worried.
down now. Younger age.
They're young.
Yeah, I got invited to one after a rave a couple years ago.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Francisco's got like a whole young tech scene, and I think it's like a lot of just like they don't have
It's like exhibitionist.
personalities,
Yeah.
but they like to have sex.
They still wanna
so
orgasm.
it's a weird,
Yeah. It's like,
But wait, but if you getting back to what you said, so if you went to a sex party,
I feel like I'd need to take that to have
right?
sex.
But what? Oh, so you couldn't get hard.
I think I'd have like stage fright.
So you're like the
I don't like
practice-
to be watched.
You're like the practice
yeah.
squad player that like PEDs to make it to the 53-man roster.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, I gotta make the cut. Yeah.
Right, like I'm looking to my left and right. I'm like, I don't think I can hang with
know
these
what?
guys.
That guy's D1. You know.
I'm like, dude, John Gruden's in the corner watching me, dude. I can't fucking disappoint here.
With a visor on. He wore a visor to the gangbang, dude. That's too much. Too much
He's got
confidence.
a headset. Who is he
yeah,
talking
but if you
to?
were fucking John Gruden, you'd probably want him to have the visor on. You're like, let's get the full experience.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Actually, I might go like a telestrator.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. We're lying down this way. 2 wide banana. I'm flipping you over. I love it, man.
All right.
I love that
Enough
stuff,
John
man.
Gruden.
Yeah. Okay. No more. We need a better headline.
Well, wait. We never. What is your special coming out? What are the
Monday.
details?
Monday. Okay.
Where?
Monday. It's gonna. So my friend, what I was doing before I got here, my buddy Adolfo, he has found this website called DistroKid. And
Okay.
then you just put everything in the audio files. You put in all your information, and you pay. I think it's $35 a year, and then it will distribute it to everything.
So is it video or audio?
It's both. It's going to be
Nice.
on. It has a whole list of things like SoundCloud, Apple Music,
Oh, great.
Spotify. It does it all for you.
Oh,
and
cool.
Then, like all I have to do is time the YouTube release on my own with everything else, and then it's all good.
Nice.
So yeah.
So Monday,
if you
start
go to
looking for it.
Spotify or YouTube and you type Josh Waldron, you're gonna find
it'll
it.
now show up. Yeah.
Right.
The name is
There you go.
Chosen None.
Chosen None.
Yeah.
N-U-N? Or
N-O-N-E.
N-O-N-E.
Chosen
Okay.
None. Yeah. It's a half like Harry Potter reference, half my own, like, oh, I feel destined, but I'm also extremely
Yeah.
insignificant.
And so it is a bit you have, or no?
No, it's just called Chosen.
Oh,
None.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, because my album, it's like a reference to a bit, and so people will be like, "What's the bit?" And I'm like, "Just he'll
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
No, I
don't
just-
want to fucking do the bit."
Right.
How did you name the tracks? Because I didn't want to name them anything that like gave away too much of what it was about. So it was like a mini general description, like a couple word general description of what the joke was about.
A little bit of both. Yeah, some of them are that just like, yeah, I kept it really simple, small, generic.
Yeah. Do you ever do anything in parentheses next to the title?
I think, yeah. So the label picked track titles, and one of them had that, and I think I left that one in.
Okay.
I think because I had one, but for I changed most of them, and no,
I
not
take
really.
my
think
wife,
there's one.
parentheses, please.
Please, yeah.
Well, what a specific question that I actually I did as one of my track titles.
Parentheses?
No, because it was and again, who knows if anybody will get this, but this is what I thought in my head. One of the tracks is my jokes about having a girlfriend, and it's supposed to be talking about my girl with like a couple L's, but then in parentheses it's friend. So it's like it's a reference to the song, but it's like girlfriend.
I see. Yeah, I would always think about that when I'd like get albums as a kid. I'd be like, why do they parenthesize some of it? It's like, just, are you guys not sure if you want all those words in there?
Well, you know what's interesting about my album is the way that they do it is they want to keep pretty much every joke to around 3 minutes so they can sell them to Sirius XM. They wanted to be in that chunk. And so the intro, which is Joey Avery introducing me, needs to be its own track. So it's like a 15-second track because they want to be able to sell that first joke, right? But they don't want the intro to be a part of it. So the first track of my album, I just wrote Joey Avery's a beautiful boy. Like that's the first.
Yeah, I like more stuff like
just
that.
call like
Instead of intro.
instead of intro, right?
Yeah.
And like I always kind of I didn't ask him. I just did it.
Yeah.
And like we're friends, and I think he thinks it's funny,
fine.
but like that is there forever.
It's like a special thing. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
He's a handsome man. So
He's a handsome man.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's not. I don't think there's anything to worry about there.
no, not really. But
on
I
the
just-
website, it gives you the DistroKid website. It gives you an option to put your label in here, but then it also says in parentheses, if you don't have a label, make one up. It's fun. So I made up a label. It's now my label that I've started to say. You guys are welcome to it if you want in the
Okay.
future. Patty Label.
Patty Label.
Yeah.
I like that. And
the dome.
honestly, we would love to pitch to you sometime.
Yeah, I have some very racist material that I want to unload.
Oh, great. So we're actually recording Toby Keith's next album.
Oh, perfect.
And then you right after that.
Right
Maybe you could
after
open
it.
for his
Oh.
recording.
And we're doing the audiobook of John Gruden's emails. What else was I going to talk about?
I got a question for you guys, or Josh. Now that you're here, we've talked about this before. Is your full name Joshua?
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that before.
Yeah, you haven't mentioned
We have actually talked about that ad nauseum.
Are you
So, like,
Zachary?
What?
I'm Zachary.
Yeah. So what? Like, do you have pride in your name? Like being a Josh and a Zack, like those are the basic white names.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Mine is definitely biblical, but
It's basic white names.
Hello.
So Zachary.
Fucking
yeah.
biblical. Jesus' uncle, dude.
Like, all right, let's start here. Do you like your name?
yes.
Okay. And you don't like Zach.
I'm fine with Zach.
You're fine with Zach.
Yeah, I don't.
Did you get a lot of like Nut Zach growing up or something like that?
I would get Zack the Lego Maniac, and that was
Oh,
a
that's
commercial when
specific.
I was in like kindergarten. That was like viral, and it was like I remember my first day of kindergarten, and then for years after, people were like Zack the Lego Maniac, and I didn't even like Legos that much, so it like bothered me that I had just become this thing. I was singled out, and I was a Lego
You
maniac.
didn't like Legos?
No, I didn't really like Legos.
because of
Weird.
this or just independently?
Maybe because of it.
Man, they ruined your love for Legos.
They ruined my,
Have you seen
I
the
was
Lego
probably playing
movies?
with Legos and the commercial came on. I'm like, I'm not a maniac. It's a healthy hobby. I think.
So you like your name? It seems like you said it like, yeah, you like it.
I've been told random times throughout my life, like, oh, you look like a Josh, or I thought, like, I remember being in a class setting and the teacher's like taking like a room and like looked at me and then went, Josh Waldron. I was like, yeah, and they're like, for some reason I knew you. That's happened to me a bunch. Where
And you don't, because like I feel like if someone was like, you look like a Josh, I would think they're making fun of me. I guess I'm shitting on your
Maybe
name a little bit.
I was just gonna say I don't think you have what it takes to be a Josh.
Yeah.
So being a Josh, I was gonna say like,
It is weird. The only
was there a
downside-
first Josh that was like, oh, like me, like on TV? Like for me, it was Zach Morris. I was like, okay, never mind. I'm cool with this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was raised until I was like 12 or 13. My family tried to be religious.
Oh.
And so like I think around my teenage years, they were like, I don't think we can save these kids. And we just stopped
funny.
going to church. So like for the while, the only famous Josh I knew was Joshua in the Bible, who was like Moses' assistant or something like that.
Right.
And then honestly, if I'm really racking my brain, I think the next most famous Josh I encountered, like just watching his movies, was Josh Hartnett. Who was famous for the unibrow. You know what I mean?
Faculty.
Yeah, The Faculty is actually an incredible movie.
It was so good.
Yeah.
He just came back. He like retired for
He
a
did.
while.
Yeah,
Went
he's
away.
in the new Guy Ritchie movie.
What was it like?
And I was like, is that fucking Josh Hartnett? It was
Pledge
like,
Not to Bang for like a month, wasn't it? I think that was his last like major movie.
Oh yeah, that was a movie he did. That was like
30 Days and
before he
30 Nights or
retired.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
oh yeah.
It ends with him like hallucinating being in a land of like just
Yeah.
breasts, which I mean we all go
I've been
through.
there. Yeah. I've had a breakdown before, an emotional breakdown.
I actually used to have this running joke where people like, you know, you guys probably go through this where you talk to somebody and you're like, oh, I'm Zach, I'm this, and someone will be like, oh, this is good. I know a this named Zach, you know.
Yeah.
And then my running joke forever was like, we're all pretty good, like all Josh is.
That's
and then
good.
once I moved to LA, did comedy for a while, I was like, we're all good. Except for one, this comic named Josh that works at the Comedy Store. Everybody else though, every other Josh,
funny.
top tier.
Trying to think of who the Josh is.
Yeah,
I hate other Zachs naturally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like when I see Zach, like there are a couple like LA comics that we would do like the open mics and stuff together, like Zach Stein, and he's really funny.
yeah. I roast.
I like
him.
Zach.
Oh,
Vile.
funny.
Yeah.
Zach Vile, yeah, I like Zach, but like we know deep in our hearts that like we don't want the other one to exist.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
wow.
Yeah, like
Okay.
we're both like,
Yeah, that's why
Hello,
I'm always
Zach.
interested in people, how people,
because like
relationships
it's
with
a
their names.
unique enough name that when you hear it, you're kind of used to being the only Zach. Or
I
at
would
least
for
in my
sure
upbringing.
hate a Torio.
Oh, yeah,
I'd be like,
right.
Get the fuck out.
I've
of
known
here.
two
no.
other Torios. The other two, whack.
Yeah,
so
I hate 'em.
Shout out, yeah.
They no longer exist.
Although I'm gonna be completely honest, and this is just weird cosmic stuff. One of the other Torios was a Torio Van something. I don't know if that's part
No
of it. I
way.
swear to God, it was a dude I went to high school with. I don't know
That
if
is
that's-
wild.
you don't know another Torio.
I
A
s-
Vitorio?
He knows another Torio Van
is no
something.
way. I don't believe
there
it.
is no reason. I mean, I guess I could look him up after, but
have to look
I
it up
really
after.
don't want him to like have the Instagram impression thing. And he's like, "Why is Josh looking at my profile?" I don't want to.
Well, you have to. Because I don't think a Torio van exists.
Hey man, you got to prove you exist. That's all we need.
You went to high school with him.
Yeah.
But you don't remember the van what?
No.
Sounds fake as fuck.
Dude,
Dude, I forget your Van what all the fucking time. Dude. Grol?
Grol. Come on. I actually have to
Of
look
the
up
Grol?
your name almost every. We've done so many shows together. I look it up on Instagram almost every time to make sure it's Van or Vaughn. Like every single time.
I get Vaughn and I get Grol with an H all the time. 'cause of
Yeah.
Dave Grohl. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Sounds
I don't.
like-
I totally don't
sounds
care
like you
anymore.
let it go for
I don't
sure.
care anymore.
My last name gets absolutely botched all the fucking
Oh,
time.
another thing I was gonna say is it's weird that you're like anti Zach's in comedy. We met at the Purple Onion, and then Zach Galifianakis recorded his thing
Yeah.
at Purple Onion. So it's like you have this. At least
That's
for me.
yeah, that's different to me, but like because he was like already established, it was kind of like an inspiring thing. Like I remember seeing his like Comedy Central presents when I was
That's
a
wild.
kid.
So you're inspired by someone named Zach just because you share. a
but
name.
but
That's
there's
why-
there's still a part of me that's like, I wish he wasn't Zach.
His Comedy Central Presents was great.
Oh, so good.
One of the best.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with his name being Zach. It was just like this guy's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I've never seen stand up like this before, really, because
It
it
was
was
cool.
very alty. But
The-
I don't want him to be named Zach. You know, like there's a
Zachary.
weird like
Are you Zachary?
I am Zachary. Yeah.
And it's CK or CH?
So Zachary is CH and Zach is CK for
For you
reasons
or for
I don't.
everybody?
Some people.
There's no
you.
ZACH?
For me. Oh yeah, there are ZACHs.
Okay.
But my mom, I think it's a Moroccan thing. I don't know why, because Zachariah is Zakaria. So I think she did K for Zach. And then I just would spell it, I think, the way my parents told me my name was spelled.
course.
But I met a half Moroccan, half white guy at a show named Zach. And I was like, how do you spell it? He's like, K, man. Come on. You know how we get
Dude,
down. I was
come
like,
on.
is that a Moroccan thing? I don't know.
Golden Zacks, right? I'm just trying to think more puns for your name.
Golden Zacks.
Like Golden Sachs, the
Oh,
investment firm.
is that Goldman?
Goldman. Sachs.
Whatever, dude. So we're working.
Goldman Sachs.
This is Hesby Street. It's not final.
How about go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
The final Zacks.
Oh, like act.
Yeah, that's real good. You guys are real fun.
The final Zacked.
Guys, be sure to catch Zach in Josh's new special.
I used to hear
Nicknaming.
exactly. People say it like that, and I would always make me turn.
Well, there's that.
Exactly. It'd be like,
You love this memory, whatever you're about to share.
Torio only. You know, like if your name just got shouted in like in the part of a word.
In a common word.
And I used to feel terrible for like anyone named Zach having to overhear exactly because you're like, sounds like they're shouting at you. And then there was a guy who grew up around like the time I was in high school, but in San Francisco, and his name was Zack Lee. And I'm like, well, I feel worse for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you remember Jack the Robin Williams movie?
Do I remember Jack?
We did a whole episode on
Did
that.
you?
I think we've talked about Jack disease 3 to 4 times on this podcast.
What are the odds that this conversation leads to something that you guys
This
have
movie
specifically-
finds me. This movie finds me at
Have
every.
you ever heard of double Jack disease?
Isn't that Benjamin Button?
Don't listen to him. Do not listen.
Sad.
Torio has not an original thought in his body.
Well, because the Zack Lee joke. Zach,
they do it in
what's
that?
Exactly. Oh, when your mouth smells exactly like your butt. Like that didn't come up against you, like for like because people.
Maybe for like a week or two.
As soon as I like made one joke in second grade, people were like, "Oh, are you just joshing?" And it like that has been like a running thing. Like you know, it is weird or cool that I became a comedian and joshing
Right.
means joke, but at the same time, people are like, "This is the first thing they say." It's
yeah.
like, okay.
How many people are like, dude, you should call your special Joshin?
Yes,
Just Joshin.
Yeah.
And you're like, I have to kill you.
Yeah, I cut off my mom for that. It's like Rachel. All right.
Mom, we're not talking for a while.
A while until I need money.
Yeah.
Then
Rach,
I've missed you.
all is forgiven. You know what I love is like growing up a suburban is like parents who call their dads or moms by their name. You know?
Oh yeah. You mean
Like-
kids that call their parents by their
Yeah,
name?
yeah. Sorry,
for
that's
sure.
what I mean. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The first time I played Xbox Live with this guy named Glenn, who I still play fantasy football with, and you would just hear him go, "Terry, I've heard enough," and then let's go back to playing with us. Like, and Terry would be like, "Sorry, Glenn," and then just like disappear back and bring him back some Cheetos and Mountain Dew
It's
and shit.
weird. Why was it always rich kids?
It was rich kids. I remember I'd be over at their house and it was like immersive theater. I'd just be like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I'd like watch
Yeah.
him react and he's like still like no one's in trouble, you know? It's like, why don't you beat it, Jerry? And I'm just like,
And Jerry gets the fuck out of there.
Jerry's like, he just said, calm down.
Really?
And then I'd come home and I'd be like, Joe, you piece of shit. How the hell are you? That fucking put me through a closet door.
My dad was my dad's name is Forrest. I haven't talked to him in years. His name is Forrest. He voted for Trump. He hated his name and actually specifically told me once that he never ran in public because
Forrest
he
Gump.
heard one person say "run, Forrest, run," and he just could not stand it. And he's like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Dad, you haven't run in public since 1996."
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I would hate for my dad to be like that insecure.
Right.
Like,
I
I'm
don't
supposed
really-
to not give any fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he
You're
gives
supposed to
dad
be
energy.
dad.
He
Yeah.
actually gives a lot more fucks than you would think a dad
Yeah.
would. Yeah, especially because he's like he has a really good job working for PG&E. Like he has accomplished everything he wants, and he's still all about
Insecure.
Yeah.
Damn, man. I was hoping there was an
Hate
escape.
Hillary still somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, where are those emails?
I mean, they're not available, which is problematic.
Yeah, Gmail stepped in. What the hell?
John Gruden's like, do what Hillary did.
Yeah.
All right, I'm no more John Gruden.
We're basically done. But if you want to pimp Zach out, that's what I do every episode.
We end it with the banger. Do not pimp me out.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, what you do is you just tell Zach what to do, a voice or a character, and then he has to make it hilarious.
No,
and it's my favorite thing to do.
it's
on
not
the
fun.
podcast.
Okay, you go first, and then I'll
not-
follow.
it's
the
not
lead.
right. fun.
Well, you pick
So now we do it twice? No.
Pick an accent.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
not doing
Wakandan.
Okay, be a Wakandan housekeeper.
I'm not African.
Let's test this cancer theory that you had before the. oh, that riled up my dog.
Housekeeper.
I mean, what do you want me?
Imagine just randomly spinning a wheel on like a game show and it's accent and then like gardener and you're like, oh boy. We
Well,
should
that
get
could
free
be any
spins.
voice.
We have a free spin.
But then it ends up being it just says you but poor.
It was funny. There was a second after I said it where you were gonna do
How
it.
am I? How
You
can
were
I
a
load
part of
this
you. Were
up?
like, I can do this.
I was
can
like-
do this without being racist.
Yeah, I was like, this kitchen is 50.
Well, maybe there's like a white guy in Wakanda who, and he's, it's not as good of a job, so like, I would just do that. And my dog joined.
But yeah, we also ended on a banger.
We try to end it on a banger. So, like, if anything comes to mind that's absolutely hilarious, like earth-shatteringly so.
Could you redo the bus bit I first heard you do 10 plus years ago at Purple Onion, being
The
on the bus, public
bit.
transportation? Because that's how I remember. Because it was good. It was one of those things where it was like, you were so funny, and obviously we're like somewhat peers, being like
Right.
straight white dudes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like,
Well, hold on.
I was like, it was one of those things where I was like, that was really good. Am I better than it? Like, I gotta be better. You know what I mean? Just even though obviously we're friends now, but it was like a competitive thing where I was like, oh damn, that was really good. Like, I need to be good too.
What was the bit?
You were public transportation on the bus in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk about that a few times, but I don't know what it was about.
I mean, I don't remember the.
I would do one where I'd talk about like asking to participate in anal sex, like the person trying to
was
get
it.
off the back of the bus and he
Yeah.
goes, back door. And then someone in the audience one night was like, step down.
That'll be $1.75.
Yeah, yeah. Was it the one where there's like a crazy guy like hitting on a girl?
Guy. Yeah, yeah.
That was just like a true story that happened. Oh, okay, yeah. There was a crazy. So we're on the bus, and God, what a throwback bit. We're on the bus.
Jabari. That was Jabari.
Jabari Davis.
Damn, Jabari.
Yeah, right.
So I'm sitting next to this attractive young lady and this empty seat between us. And this old guy comes on. And he's like, looks kind of nuts. He's got like a suit and a big old backpack. And he's on like a phone that doesn't look like it's working. And he's
Right.
like, yeah, anyway, I'll be there. And then he's like, oh, I'm sitting next to the most beautiful girl in the world. And I'm like, oh, boy. And then he turns to her. He's like, will you go to the prom with me? And I'm like, looking at other people on the crowded bus like, this guy, am I right? And no one's looking at me. Everyone's just like not accepting
not
this
acknowledging
reality.
it, yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I wonder if she's a lesbian. And then I'm like,
In San Francisco.
okay, yeah. I'm like looking around, and then he turns to her, he's like, have you ever eaten another girl out? And I'm like looking at everyone
Adam
else.
Sandler?
It
I just
was.
watched Sandy
was
Wexler, so
what
that's
it
exactly what it sounds like.
He's like, yeah, have you ever eaten someone out? Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, you're a comedic genius, but you need to stop.
This is actually the last.
Unless this is
pure
for
comedian.
click 2, I have to stop you here. So then I looked at everyone and no one looked. Everyone's like, nope, I'm almost like my stop's next.
Yep.
So I was
Yeah.
like, yo.
What was her reaction? Just
She
ignoring
was
it?
like kind of like paralyzed,
Tense,
like,
yeah, for
like
sure.
Yeah.
earbuds in, but they hadn't invented the fucking sound canceling.
Noise
Yeah,
canceling.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost like
This is
noise
Purple Onion
encouraging.
time. So then I tell the guy like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't talk to people like that, you know? And the guy like shuts down and he like ran off. And then someone's like, yo, man, you're a hero. And then I was like, I mean, I'm a hero as long as the bad guy looks like that. I was like, if it was like some jacked fool that was like, you ever eaten another girl out? I'd be like, just answer the question.
Fun fact: that woman on the bus, Mrs. Chapaloni.
Got the damsel. Dude, a throwback Chab joke for the banger we end on.
Yeah.
I've never been happier to be pimped out.
Yeah, nice.
It usually never works in my favor. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, that was a great way to close. Your lack of self belief was probably a good way to end.
Oh, no. I mean, I believe in myself. I
Okay.
believe I'm going to die in 3 years
Okay.
at the hand of my own brother.